And welcome back to Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I feel like I missed a few words. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host, Malcolm 0 for 17. Shit.
Missed it.
Missed it
Missed it.
again.
It was there. It was there, and you missed it. Just
It's
like the
alright.
Cavs. Every year, like the Cavs. It was
It's
there, then they
alright.
missed it.
It's alright. I'm 68-2 right now.
But you know, we feeling good in LA. You know, I know you seen the Lakers media day
Fuck
and all
your
that
Lakers,
good jazz.
G. Nah, I didn't. Enlighten me. Let me know what happened. What's popping?
We look hot. We look ready. We look determined. I'm feeling good about this year.
Y'all look
Russell
hot
Westbrook.
like
Yeah.
everybody in that motherfucker going through menopause.
Russell Westbrook went back to the fade with no different colors and swivels and
That's
lines
because
and
he
rainbows.
losing hair. He need that keeps.
I think that the Lakers are locked in. I'm liking what I've seen in media day, what I've seen in a little training camp. You know, Rajon Rondo's the X factor always. You know what I mean? You got him and Westbrook playing the point. I mean, it's gonna be exciting, man. I think we stay healthy.
Y'all got a team full of motherfuckers that can't play a full season.
Coach players, role players.
But if nobody can play a full season, then how do y'all play a full season?
We find somebody like we always do and bring him in and pick him up.
Okay. All right.
Same thing.
All right.
Same thing we did with what's your boy that came from Cleveland? We just Andre Drummond. We let him come in for a little bit, get a taste of potential greatness. He didn't cut the mold. We let him go.
I'm glad you started it off with basketball. I actually am, because they cut LiAngelo a couple days ago.
No, they didn't.
Before
What?
the season even started, they cut LiAngelo. And
Already let him go.
the coach said that they got their 20. I was going to start the episode by reading off the 20 that they got. They got a strong 20. I'll say they have a strong 15. But what I will say, like everybody else has been saying, is out of that 20, you can't tell me LiAngelo isn't better than one of them last 5.
He was looking great. I'm surprised they.
And that's what the coach said. Coach said he looked good in the summer league, but he just didn't fit, and we already have our 20. Well, sir. That sounds to me like he didn't get another shot to show you how good he looked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's not like you get tryouts after you make the team. No, you usually get it on the preseason, right? How the NFL is. Then you get your 10-day contracts after the preseason's over. Then once they give out so many 10-day contracts, they sign you to a permanent.
Right. Negotiate something.
So my whole thing is, what other shot did you give my guy? Other than the summer league, right? Because the coach said he looked good in summer league, but he's just not a fit. But my question is, what is it that took place between the summer league and now that led you to believe it's not a good fit?
they may look at him as a liability. Unfortunately, even though what he did ended up to me being minor, looking back at it, and I feel like he redeemed himself.
It was very minor. The issue was the fact that it was in another country, but that's what made it a big deal. But I mean, I just don't understand. Like, if that's what it is, then just say that's what it is.
But see, they don't do that, and who I mean by they. That's not what right. The world.
But
does,
it's the NBA though. The NBA it's different, right?
Kaepernick. I mean, it happened to Kaepernick too. He's getting the Kaepernick treatment. They're giving him.
The NBA is different though, right? Like the NBA is more player run. So with it being player run, it's more address the issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like with the NFL will blackball, like you said, blackball a Kaepernick and not say what the issue is.
Right.
There is no issue. But then in the NBA, it's a little different. They'll let you know what the issue is. Right. Think about the Ben Simmons situation. Now, Doc and them is trying to recant their statements like, nah, we didn't say we couldn't win a championship with him. Well, that's what it sounded like you said.
Right.
Because that's how the NBA is. It's very upfront. It's so upfront to the point that a coach and players can talk about a fellow player to the media. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have that in the NFL. In the NFL, it's just the powers that be will fuck you if the powers that be choose to fuck you.
Right.
In the NBA, it's a little harder for the powers that be to fuck you because the Players Association has a lot stronger of a hold on that league than they do that league. You feel what I'm saying?
I can see that.
So you could look at Allen Iverson, for instance.
Right. Okay.
Allen Iverson was the epitome of I'm the anti-guy. I'm the anti-guy you want. You want the guy that'll talk to the media and be nice and coach up. I'm not that guy.
Right.
I'm the guy that's upset that y'all are trying to press me about practice.
Right.
I'm that guy. And I can still succeed, right?
Right.
That guy would never succeed in the NFL.
Mm.
There hasn't been a guy like that in the NFL, and ask yourself why. There's been a lot of guys like that in the NFL, but they would never let you know that's how they feel.
Terrell Owens did.
Well, no.
He was very expressive.
He wasn't the same.
He was very expressive.
But he wasn't the same like that. He wasn't the same like that. Like, you got to think, Allen Iverson was the guy that was basically like, okay, yeah, y'all practice.
He crossed Jordan up. Hey.
Like, it ain't even about that. It's about Allen Iverson was the only person on his team the whole time he played for Philly.
Right.
Nobody remembers anybody else but an Eric Snow.
Maybe
what's his name? Lampier. I think it was Lampier.
It was Eric Snow, him, Mackey. Wasn't there like a Mac or Mackey or something?
I don't know, but I think they had a center named Lampier or something like that.
Yeah, I have to look at that roster. But yeah, you're right though.
But what I'm saying is, when you're the guy that gets that team to the playoffs and beyond every year in and out, then you don't get to tell me to show up to practice.
Right.
Make sure they show up to practice because they're the reason why we're fucking up.
Right.
It's not me.
But it's a team sport, though.
Right. And you should lead by example. But I'm saying that's what my whole argument was. This is an anti-player. Right? He's not the player you would like to have on your team because he's not a player. Like, right, he's not a Chris Paul type player. He's the I'm going to do me, shut the fuck up and watch me.
Right. Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is if somebody like that can succeed in the NBA, and let's be honest, they didn't pay him what he was worth. We know what the story is about that.
Right.
Now that's where you get fucked in the NBA. It's like, yeah, you can do that if you want to, but we ain't gonna give you that check like you want either.
Yeah, they try to fuck you in that check.
But the NFL, the moment you show yourself like that, they like, oh, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
We don't even want to show the next generation that type of personality is possible to have in this league.
Man, them Josh Gordons, Pac-Man Jones kind of guys.
They get him out quick. Look at how they did Ricky Williams. And he wasn't even a problem. He just smoked a little bit.
He just smoked weed. Yeah, they did him. They threw him out.
Right. He was he was a peaceful dude, but just the fact that he smoked, you got him out of there real quick.
He's all right. He took a sabbatical. Remember the story? He went to Jamaica.
He stayed in Africa for 4
years. Yeah, right.
He went to not the Joe Rogan podcast. He was on one of them. It might have been Joe Rogan. It was a good podcast though, whatever it was.
Ricky was cool.
He got shit to say. Ricky got shit to say.
Yeah, he's intelligent too. I don't know if a lot of people know that he's intelligent.
He got shit to say.
He just smoked weed. That's all. He just smoked weed, and they was like,
He's a naturalist. He's a I don't know what you call it. No, I mean like
you mean like his lifestyle?
He's holistic. Like before he's taking medication by a doctor, he's gonna try some holistic type shit.
Yeah, he's on that. Yeah. Shower once a week type shit or something, probably. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know if we getting that.
He said no deodorant. Look, hey, natural. You trying to find natural sense.
But nah, fuck that. We you talking about basketball and shit. Let's get down to it. And you are the guy that I want to get down to it with.
Yeah.
Where in the motherfucking world is Carmen Sandiego?
Who? Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. That's
you never heard of that show or that gang?
No,
it was a gang back in the day.
Man, I'm a 90s baby. Stop it.
Yeah, you young.
Yeah, stop it.
Man, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? We found the motherfucker is what I'm getting at.
Okay, all right.
We found the motherfucker that Tom Brady was talking about when he said, you gonna pick this motherfucker over me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm listening.
Who do you think it is? Give me your guess. Because you was on that episode, we talked about it. Give me your guess.
I'm going to say... Ooh. I'm going to say the Bills. No, I know it ain't the Bills. It ain't the Bills.
Well, I'm asking for the Josh person.
Allen. Josh
Allen? The quarterback he's talking about. No, it ain't Josh Allen. Why would he want to go from New England to New York?
That's true. I'm going to say, okay, give me this hint. Is it AFC or NFC?
Well, I'll give you this hint. Where did he say what he wanted to go home to? He from the West Coast. He said he always wanted to finish his career back home.
Where? He's from the West Coast? Okay. Chargers? Herbert. No? Who?
That would make the most sense. Herbert would make the most sense, right? Because Herbert is just good enough where it's like, nah, we'll stick with him. You know what I mean? He's young.
Right.
We'll stick with him. It's not Herbert though.
Ooh, Garoppolo.
Ooh, Jimmy fucking G. Wes Welker is the wide receivers coach for the 49ers. And he called him and said, I'm there. Like, I'm there. Like, he said, if y'all offer it to me, I'm there. Like, it's not like, y'all got to compete. He said, I'm coming there if y'all offer me that shot. And Wes Welker apparently went to the coach to let him know. And the coach was like, nah, we think that he said, we think that Garoppolo's talent is good enough to where we wouldn't it wouldn't be worth having Tom Brady for a year or two.
Basically, you don't need him. Is what he's trying to say.
Right. Listen, and I understand the coach saying we don't need him. I don't know if Garoppolo's the guy you say that for. Even if you only get time for 2 years, I'm taking time for 2 years.
Yeah, you can't go wrong
for 4 or 5.
Probability is higher.
I'm taking. I guarantee we get closer to the Super Bowl with Tom and them too.
He elevates any team. 5. He's a guy you put on any team. He's going to elevate that team. He's going to help elevate that team.
That's a fucked up. So here's my thing. About it, right? Because when Brady said, like, as pissed as Brady was about that, right? Do you think it was because of how it went down in New England as well?
Yeah, that's hidden animosity, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because Belichick wanted him over you to start.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you're already feeling like, why the fuck would you think he's better than me? And then you go to another team that also says he's better than me. In a way. Not quite. In a way. He's better than me.
We would prefer.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I would feel that. Because you know what that reminds me of? It's kind of like, hold on, I just lost my thought. So what that kind of reminds me of is like, I think I lost where I was going with it. We're talking about criticism, right? We're talking about
Brady going
and Garoppolo. Right. Okay. Sometimes you just get pitted. Okay, that's where I was going. Sometimes you just get pitted against each other. And it's not that probably I'm saying Brady woke up one day and was like, I want to have it out for Garoppolo. You know, I got a problem with him. Unfortunately, this was created. This rivalry was created. And yeah, I can see that. I can see that now. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's like, but my whole thing is not only was it created, but it's following you as well.
Right. Can't get away from it.
Like okay, so you get Garoppolo the fuck up out of there. Now you're thinking everything's all sweet and good. Now you're trying to get the fuck up out of there, and it just so happens that guy's over there too, and the coach chooses him over you.
That's deep. Yeah, you feeling some type of way. Yeah, you definitely feeling some type of way. Yeah, I can see that though. That makes sense with Garoppolo.
That's tough. Uh-huh. That's tough. So my next question would be, from a Belichick standpoint, you as Belichick, are you taking Jimmy Garoppolo or are you taking Mac Jones? Based off of what you've seen so far, of course.
I mean, so far, I'd take Mac Jones. Mac Jones looks like he really looks good in that system. Like he really, has shown why he is their guy. I mean, why, it was a love story. Like you said about the Bucs winning the championship, the stars were aligned. You know what I mean? Like they wanted it. Mac Jones wanted it. It's a perfect relationship. That's their kind of guy. He's going to be a yes man, like you said. Belichick and Nick Saban are friends. I'm sure they've already talked about Mac Jones, this and that. Mac Jones knows to follow suit. Belichick don't want a young guy trying to come in there and run his mouth. It's a perfect love story. Garoppolo, yeah, he hasn't shown me much. I think you choose Mac Jones.
And it's funny that you say that because I agree. I was just waiting for you to say the opposite. But nope. I definitely agree on that as well. First and foremost, not to critique Jimmy to a T, but Jimmy doesn't take any risks. What was it? Don't give me the lying, but I do think it was his first year or his second year. He was slinging a little bit and his interceptions went up.
Right.
And I think that since then, he's been timid because the only passes that I see he throws beyond the line of scrimmage are tight end crosses or slot crosses. But he does not throw deep balls unless he has to. Most of his throws, you'll see he'll throw them back to back to back to back. He'll throw a bubble screen to a wide receiver, a screen to a halfback, a halfback delay. Those are his shits. That's what he throws all day
Quick
long.
routes.
Right, and he'll let them get the yak. If they don't get the yak, then he'll throw it beyond the line of scrimmage.
Right,
but he will not throw that ball beyond that line of scrimmage unless you make him do it.
So is he the Ben Simmons of the NFL in that sense?
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting comparison, right? I understand exactly why you would say that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I would say no because Ben Simmons still has tools, right? The reason why Ben Simmons gets away with not taking shots is the fact that he's big enough to make passes, dribble, and read the floor.
Right.
At that size. He can rebound too. He can play defense. He does all that. Jimmy G is relying on that yak in order for him to be the quarterback that people are saying he is.
Right.
If they don't get those yards after carry off those screens, he doesn't get half those passing yards that he gets.
That's true. I agree.
So that's why I say I wouldn't quite say that because Ben, you got to give him more.
Right.
Jimmy's relying on his players to get him his stats, whereas Ben gets his stats. He just won't take a 3 or from what we saw this past season, clutch dunk for that matter. He's just not clutch.
He's not.
Ben does not want it in his hands.
He's just a body.
At the tough part of the game.
Yeah.
Ben's like, let me out of there.
Right.
Let me out of there.
To do with it.
Yeah, I don't quite think Jimmy's that either. So it may even out, huh?
Right.
It may even out because Jimmy's not that. Jimmy doesn't give me those vibes.
He don't.
You get Jimmy to the playoffs, and Jimmy's still gonna do what he does.
Right. Jimmy's Jimmy. I might put him in that Ryan
Ben, you don't know if he's gonna show up or get cold feet and fuck the game up for you.
Mm-hmm. Like a Jared Goff. That's why Jared Goff got booted to Detroit because he was.
But you know what? I'm glad. It's funny that you say that because Jared Goff hadn't been doing bad since he was at Detroit.
Yeah, he's been doing all right.
And you know what I realized from listening back to the podcast in the past?
What was that?
I always get them confused.
Jimmy G and Jared Goff? Or
no,
who?
Jared Goff and Matt Stafford. Remember, I always mix the two up. And I said that I didn't think that Matt Stafford would do what he did in LA. You don't remember that episode where I was like, I don't know if he'll do what he does in LA. Once again, do you think I'm confusing the two. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I was thinking of Goff. I knew he went to Detroit, but you know how I always say Goff in LA, and you'd be like, nah, he went to Detroit.
Right.
I was still thinking Goff in LA. But mixing Stafford up, like, I don't think he's going to do well. You feel me? Like, I didn't, like, the trade never took place in my head.
Right. I got you.
I just switched the names. It's still Goff there, but I put Stafford on Goff.
I see. Okay.
Like, I don't know what my head was on because I do like Stafford. And I know what I'm talking about because I said I didn't get to see enough of him in Detroit. But I said I thought he was all right. I just wasn't sold on him.
Right.
That might have been the same episode.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that whole conversation might have been the same episode. But I was very confused. I didn't mean Stafford in LA. Stafford in LA is a good deal.
Right. It is. He's looking great.
It's a lot better of a deal than I talked about in the past because I was confusing some shit.
Right.
But I can't remember what we were talking about before.
We were talking about
I know Jimmy G and them.
Jimmy G. Would we choose Mac Jones or Jimmy G based off what we've seen so far this season? And we both agreed we would choose Mac Jones.
But I feel like we were talking about something else before we went to that left field. But doesn't matter. All I will say is it's still an L for Belichick.
What you mean?
The Bucks, week 4, the Bucks, Patriots.
Oh game. Yeah, you hear that?
It's still an L.
Rob Gronkowski's out due to rib fracture or something.
For real?
He's not playing this Sunday, so we'll see.
It's still an L regardless. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Patriots offense, I could see shocking some people.
Mm-hmm.
And staying close, but the defense isn't. Excuse me. Damn, I had a burp. That's all. Excuse me. The Patriots defense isn't good enough to, I don't think, to stick around in that game for Mac to be able to pull it off. I think Brady ends up, with or without Gronkowski, I think he ends up pulling away from them by a couple touchdowns before Mac and them get comfortable in their position.
Well, does Brady get nervous? Does he get nervous feet going back to...
Does Brady get nervous?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the situation goes, he's playing in New England, from what I believe. They're going to New England against his former team, his former coach, place he spent over 20 years, right? Playing for. You know, is he going to be nervous? Does he come out as Brady? Does he come out, a little frantic, a little nervous?
I don't think.
Everyone's created that storyline between Belichick and Brady.
Right. But they've had that storyline since last year. And if I'm Brady, I think to myself, like, I won.
Right.
As far as what we were talking about from last year. Last year, they were saying Brady's finally away from Belichick, so if he wins and Belichick's not a part of it, it was Brady and not Belichick. So if I'm Brady, I'm thinking I won. There's no point in me being nervous, or this is just another game at this point. The game,
right.
But the actual competition to see who's better is over. I won that already.
Right.
So This is just another game. So I don't know. I don't think I don't see it being a difference either way.
Right. I mean, I'm sure Brady will do his thing, but I didn't know if that kind of made way on his mind. Like, man, you know what I mean? Like, this is a place that, like I said, used to be home. I'm playing my former team. I'm going against Bill Belichick. You know what I mean?
Now, the reason why I asked that question, Mac over Jimmy, is because, of course, Jimmy was Belichick's guy.
Right.
Belichick thought that Jimmy was going to be the second coming of Brady.
He did.
Now, if you're asking me, I feel like Mac Jones is a better piece of clay than Jimmy is. Right?
Mac Jones?
Right. Mac Jones is a piece of clay. He's not a quarterback yet. Right? We're not a quarterback comparing to a Tom Brady.
No, not even close.
You're a piece of clay right now. We mold you into the Tom Brady. And right. I feel like if you were gonna give me 2 pieces of clay and say mold a statue, and you gave me Jimmy G's piece of clay and Mac's piece of clay, I'm picking Mac's piece of clay to work with.
You
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is why I say that I think the game's going to be a little closer than people think. because I think Belichick likes that connection. I think he likes that. You can tell he likes that connection. They're doing trick plays. They're doing pass back passes and shit. When
Right.
would
Yeah.
Belichick ever do that? He's not calling that he's not calling that in the preseason.
No, he's
And they're
not.
doing this in real games.
Right.
So you can tell Belichick likes what he has. He's feeling comfortable. Like, go ahead and tell me what you would like to do.
Right. Right.
And you know
Yeah.
that was a Mac Jones play where he was like,
Oh
well,
yeah.
give me a pass back. Cuz was a quarterback in college. I can't think of the wide receiver's name. But he played quarterback in college, and they threw a pass back to him. And it was a nice pass back. He just didn't have the wide receiver downfield. Like, the cornerback stayed with him regardless. Didn't expect that. That's good defense.
Right.
But you don't see Belichick doing shit like that. So I don't know. I think this game's going to be a little closer than people think. I still give it to the Bucks.
Yeah, I think the Bucks will take it regardless.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
to the Bucks.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's going to be closer. But we going to do our pick'ems, and we going to do all 15. I'm just trying to buy some time because we only a half an hour in. Pick'ems usually take about an hour 45. Unless we just fly through them, then we can get them done in a halfie. But still, only being a half an hour in, fuck it. Let's talk about these fights coming up. It's a lot of fights coming up.
Who we got?
We got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury on.
So they rescheduled it?
It's this month. It's in October.
I thought that it was put off for something happened.
Well, they put it off because Tyson Fury got COVID, so-called.
Right.
But it got pushed off till October. It's either the 16th. No, I think Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos is the 16th. That's a good one, too. But Tyson Fury... Let me look it up. I gotta look it up. Because Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury's promoter, said he don't think Tyson Fury looks ready for the fight. And I said that.
Really?
I said that long before they even started talking about it. I said Tyson Fury has never defended a belt before. I don't think he's the kind of guy that can get motivated unless something's on the line. And since he's not winning something in this fight, he's not as motivated to do it.
So this is his first title defense.
This will be. They think he's going to pull out of it, but if he pulls out, he loses out on 160 mil.
Oh, yeah, you can't miss that bag.
Right. So, and that's why Eddie Hearn's like, I don't think he looks ready for the fight. But that's going to be interesting, right? Because the Vegas odds are probably going to take it into account, but they rocking with Fury anyway. So that might be a come up, like, if you put money on that fight.
When's the fight you said exactly?
That's how I was supposed to look it up. Look it up, Fury Wilder. I'm stuck on the fucking NFL games. I guess I could add a new tab.
Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
3.
October 9th? Really?
Yeah, I told you.
So that's a week from today. That's next weekend.
It's next Saturday.
I'll be in Indiana. I'm going to have to place a bet on that fight. See what the odds are.
I might have to send some money with you. The fuck?
Yeah, see what the odds are.
Because I think I already thought I already thought I was gonna put money on Wilder regardless,
Right.
just because of how that last one ended.
Mm-hmm. I think it's redemption
Now,
fight.
don't get me wrong. I know factually, you've always heard me say it. Tyson Fury's the better boxer, and I think he's the slickest heavyweight since Muhammad Ali, especially for how big he is. But
Right.
I don't think that he can't not be beaten. I think he was damn near beat that first fight, but I think the ref gave Fury a long count. I'm definitely
Yeah.
one of those guys that think Fury got a long count on that first fight.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking Wilder can take that. I'm thinking he comes back and he does a lot better.
I think he's that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta understand, like that man lost his belt. He was a 5-year belt holder and he lost his belt.
Mm.
All Fury knows is winning belts.
Right.
You gave that man his first loss. You understand what that means?
Right.
Like to a motherfucker that's
Tough.
always won and you gave him his first loss, like motherfucker, like I still see like my first loss in a ring like that, like the first time I got worked over in a ring, I still see that like in my head. You know what I mean? You don't
Mm-hmm.
forget shit like that. So to keep going at it, that's way beyond the motivation of you don't even have motivation other when you're the best because you didn't take a L yet. You're just thinking I'm the best. Then when you take a L, now we see what kind of person you really are.
It's just like Trevor Lawrence. They said Trevor Lawrence is losing for like one of the first times in his career. I think he's like they said he was like something in four. I think like he's
Who's
like
Trevor
50.
Lawrence? Oh, the quarterback.
Yeah, he's been losing. He's 0-4 now on the NFL. He's not used to that. He's mostly always
Is he
one.
0-4?
He's 0
He
yeah,
just lost.
Jaguars.
He just lost on Thursday to the Bengals.
Yeah, Jaguars are 0
He
4.
almost won that game though.
He did almost win, but you know how that goes.
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's something that he that I'm sure was explained to him before he even got there. Like, this is the NFL first and foremost.
Right, right.
Secondly, you're the first pick, which means you went to the worst team. That's facts. Like, we don't have to be
With the new
politically
coach.
correct here. We're the
Right,
worst team.
right. With the new coach.
Now, either you get one or two kind of people. Either the one that's like, fuck, I'm on the worst team, I don't want to be here. Or you get the kind of person that's like, yeah, I'm on the worst team, so if we start winning, I'm the reason why.
Hmm.
And Trevor
That's
gives
true.
me more of a I'm the reason why kind of vibe than a I'm on the fucking Jags. Cause he
I can
looked
see
good in
that.
that Bengals game. I didn't watch all of it, of course. I fall asleep very early.
Yeah, we know. We
But
know. Yeah.
I did watch some, and I caught the rest, the extended highlights on the rest. He looked
Yeah.
good. He wasn't scared to run and all that. He wasn't putting himself in danger. He looked good. He was
He's
throwing
getting
nice
more comfortable.
passes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
getting more
all it comes
comfortable.
down to. He just needs to be comfortable, and they need to get him some weapons. He
Right.
don't got enough weapons.
No, hardly has any.
But that's it. But I do think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be I think he's gonna end up being a household. He's gonna have a household name type career.
You think so?
I do.
Mm,
I do.
I
I
just,
do. I do. Cause
I just don't
he's.
know if he'll pan out. We'll
You
see
don't
though.
think?
Oh yeah, I just
The
You
only
see so many years
reason
ago.
why I think he wouldn't pan out right is the line.
Right.
The line, like right now, their line is awful, right?
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
he's doing what he can with it. But if he stays there, and I don't think he should, but if he stays there and they don't get a good line, that's going to ruin his career.
Right. Right.
But he is a great quarterback. I can see it. I can see it when I watch it. Like even when he runs, like he has a second. He even did the skip, the wide receiver skip. Like you know how they skip on their toes before they like take off.
Right.
Like
Right.
they do that skip, and then they like he did. I was like, oh shit! Like he's really like he's a not like I didn't think he was a real athlete. I knew he was a real athlete, but I didn't think he had that in him.
Right.
I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed in that game.
Dang. Yeah, I saw a little bit. I saw a little bit of that game. Joe Burrow looked pretty nice. Him and
Joe
Jamar
Burrow
Chase.
looked. Joe Burrow looked great.
Him and Jamar Chase got a hell of a connection too,
Can we
man.
call him Ohio State quarterback?
That's LSU. No, it's
Okay.
not about where you started. It's about where you
I'm
finished.
being fair. I'm asking.
And that's why I'm trying to tell you when you be saying, "Well, Justin Fields isn't an Ohio State quarterback." Once again, it ain't about where you started. It's about where you finished.
I don't think that's always true either. So Jalen Hurts is an Oklahoma quarterback.
He finished there.
I still, when you say Jalen Hurts, I think of Alabama. I don't think of Oklahoma.
But once you're somewhere long enough or longer than you were the previous place or places, that becomes your identity. Like me, eventually I'll be here living here longer than any other state I've ever lived in. I'll be really considered an Ohioan.
We don't want you here.
No, it's too late.
We don't want you.
I'm a resident. I'm a resident.
You still fuck with the team up north. We don't want you here.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, it's about where you finish. To me, like I said, you can start here and here and here, but where did you finish at? You know, where did you stay at?
I think all of it has a. I think all of it has something to do with you know, the way you end up or the way you move.
Right.
I don't think you can. Because let's think about it. No, you probably would be the kind of nigga that'd say. I was just about to say, so it's like saying LeBron playing for the Lakers is his career. You know what I mean?
He didn't play there the longest. He's not going to end up playing there the longest.
Well, that's not what you said, though.
It's no, what I said. What I said was, yes, it's about where you finish,
and if where you start, it's where you finish.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, all right, let me add on to that. It's about where you finish, and also the other factor is that the place where you finish that you spent the most time at?
It's just never black and white is what it come down to.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's just never black and white is what it come down to, but...
Like, for example, this is kind of, it's relevant. So, like Wiz Khalifa, I'll just give you, for example, they say he was born in, like, I don't know, like Germany or something, right?
Germany.
But he grew somewhere different, right? Because he was a military brat.
Oh, okay.
But he grew up in Pittsburgh for a stint of time, Cuddy, like a brief period. So like my whole point is he claims that is his home. Like he tells people that's where he's from. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Well, why wouldn't that be his home?
Because he's been to me. I mean, like I said, my theory is.
But he can't rep Germany here. That was the first place that he lived when he got here. And it's not like he wasn't American, even though he was born over there. So that would have to be his home, right? Or Warsaw.
So actually, I completely messed all that up. In that example, he was born in North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
And he grew up for a period of time in Pittsburgh as well as other places around the U.S. But he claims Pittsburgh as his home. That's where he's from.
North Dakota.
So, yeah, but that's what I meant by some people. Yeah, I mean it's not black and white like you said.
That's where that blonde in his hair come from.
Right, right, right. North Dakota, yeah, they probably, yeah.
Let's move it on. Let's get these pick'ems going.
All right, let's do it. Let's pull up the schedule.
Already got it.
Well, I just wanted to look at it. I'm a visual. I gotta be able to visually process it too.
You need to see the logos.
See where they're playing at.
You probably do pick wins off of logos.
What time of the game? That look factors.
You are right. And where? What time and where? It does make a difference.
Yeah.
And I definitely didn't write all that down.
What, the time and the?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So let's start it out. What you got first? Titans Jets.
Titans Jets tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. They are playing in New York at the Jets. 2-1 Titans, 0-3 Jets. I got the Titans. I mean, so you know.
I feel like you gotta give it the Titans.
But here's the interesting thing. I don't know if you heard or seen this. They said Julio Jones and A.J. Brown are out with injuries and will not be playing this Sunday.
Julio Jones and who?
A.J. Brown. The other star wide receiver that recruited Julio Jones to come to Tennessee. Now, they still have Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, but their two premier star wide receivers will be out tomorrow against the Jets.
I'm doing it. Titans 23-17.
Okay. I'm going to say Titans 17, Jets 9. I'm going to give Jets 3 field goals.
17-9.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Lions Bears. Where that's at?
Lions Bears is tomorrow at 1:00 in Chicago. You have the 0-3 Lions against the 1-2 Bears. Basically, Jared Goff versus Justin Fields.
I'm going Lions.
Oh.
$21-10.
So you said, what score you said?
21-10.
I'm going to say Chicago. It's not going to be pretty. I'm going to say Chicago wins 14-7. No. I'm going to say Chicago wins 23-16.
23-16.
23-16.
All right. Colts,
Dolphins tomorrow at 1:00.
Interesting, huh?
Colts 0-3, Dolphins 1-2 in Miami. Is Tua hurt? He didn't get hurt, did he?
Yeah, he's hurt.
So you got Carson.
Back.
I don't know if Carson Wentz is back, because I was going to say Carson Wentz. I know he was hurt. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Colts get a win. You know, this game's not going to be pretty. I'm going to say Colts win 13-7.
Colts win 13-7. I'm going all the way opposite to you.
Okay. What you got?
I'm going Dolphins. I'm going 36. 25. Dolphins. Yeah, I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Okay, really.
Yeah.
Colts, Dolphins. Okay.
Yeah. Then we go in Browns Vikings.
Browns, Vikings tomorrow at 1. Browns 2-1. Vikings 1-2. The game is in Minnesota. I'm gonna go with Brittany's Browns. I'm gonna say the score is gonna be 28 to 9 against the Vikings. I'm thinking they get 3 field goals. I'm thinking with the Browns defense and the offense.
To 9?
23. No, I said 27 to 9.
I don't think that's what you said, but that's fine. So they
I either said 27 or 23. Yeah, I'm saying I think the Vikings are going to only get field goals. I don't think they're going to do much on offense.
I think this might be my upset alert. I think this might be my upset alert. I think the Vikings pull it.
Let Brittany find out.
I think it's going to be 24-17. Vikings.
24-17. Okay.
Then we got Washington versus the Falcons.
Washington Falcons both 1-2. The game is in Atlanta. I'm gonna go with close game. I'm gonna go with is it Heineke? Is it Heineke the one that's the backup that's playing all right for Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Washington. In the close game though, I'm gonna say Washington wins. We'll say 17, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I'll give the Falcons 7. They get 1 touchdown. 17-7.
I think 21-13 Washington. That's what I'm on. Texas versus the Bills.
Texans versus Bills. Texans are 1-2. Bills are 2-1. The game is in Buffalo at 1 o'clock. Of course, I'm going with the Bills. I'm gonna go Bills 28 to Texans 3. Texans get 1 field goal.
Okay. 28-3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going Bills 35-21.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Texans put up 21
points. Then we got Saints Giants.
Saints Giants.
That's
Giants.
Interesting one.
Oh, it will. 0-3 Giants will be at the 2-1 New Orleans Saints at 1 o'clock. I'm going with the Saints. I'm gonna go Saints big game. I'm gonna say they get 35 points and they beat the Giants. Giants will get a touchdown, 2 field goals. So I'm gonna say 35-13 New Orleans.
All right. I think I'm going to go with. Let me think about this one. I think I'm going with the Giants.
Giants?
Yeah. Late game field goal 24-21.
With the upset. Wow, okay.
Wait, I got 2 upsets. The Vikings and the Giants.
And you might already have my score prediction of this next game from the Wednesday podcast. We did some pick'ems on the Wednesday podcast.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I said.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Chiefs Eagles.
Yeah.
Chiefs Eagles. I'm thinking 35-9.
I can see that. Yep, I can see that. Put me down for that too. Yep, Chiefs. I can see that.
What I say? I say Chiefs by 31.
You said 35-9, I thought.
Well, that's what I just said, but on the episode, I said Chiefs by 31.
Oh, okay.
So that would be. What would that be? 31 would be tough for them to. That would have to be just a touchdown fest. It will be, though. I'm going to just stick with that. I'm not going to. Like I said, I'm going to just put the same thing. And then you said, I don't even know what you said.
Yeah, you got mine written down, I believe, but
you said Chiefs by 30. I'll put that. I'll just put that. Okay, Panthers, Cowboys.
So Panthers, Cowboys. Panthers are 3-0. Cowboys are 2-1. The game is in Dallas at 1:00. I'm going with Cowboys, even though I can't stand the Cowboys, of course. I'm going with Cowboys. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Cowboys 21, Carolina 17.
I'm thinking Cowboys. Ooh. Wait. 28-24. Wait. Can they score? Yeah, 28-24. Seahawks 49ers.
Seahawks 49ers. Seahawks are 1-2. 49ers are 2-1 tomorrow at 4:05. I'm going with the Seahawks in the upset against the 49ers. I'm going to say Seahawks win this game, and it's going to be, I'll say Russ gets 17 points, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. 49ers will get 10. Touchdown, field goal. 17-10 Seahawks.
I'm going 49ers in this bitch. I'm going to just say by 7.
Niners. Okay.
Cardinals, Rams.
That's going to be a good game. That's tomorrow at 4:05. Both teams are undefeated at 3-0 apiece. I'm going to go. Keep forgetting that the Rams don't have Jared Goff anymore. They got Matt Stafford. I'm still going to go Cardinals. I'm going to go close game. I'm going to say Cardinals 30, Rams 27, field goal.
Let me think. I hate to do it, but I'm doing it. I'm going 31-28. Steelers, Packers.
Steelers, Packers. Steelers are 1-2. Packers are 2-1. They play at the Packers at 4:25. I'm going to go with the Packers. I'm going to go. Steelers have been playing bad ball lately. I'm going to go with Packers, and I'm going to say Packers get 28. Steelers get 10. Touchdown and field goal.
I'm going with you. 28-10 Packers.
28-10.
Ravens Broncos. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So Ravens Broncos at Denver tomorrow. Ravens are 2-1. Broncos are 3-0. The game is at 4:25. I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I love what Lamar Jackson and those guys are doing. I'm gonna say the Ravens win the game. I'm gonna say 21-13. Touchdown field goal. Broncos.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Really?
I'm going 24-21.
They got Teddy Bridgewater still, right?
Yeah. Here we go. Buccaneers Patriots. I think we might have.
We kind of touched on it, but we didn't. Or did we discuss that game on Wednesday? I'm trying to recall. No. We might have. We didn't?
No.
Okay. Well, that game is at 8:20 p.m. It's the night game tomorrow evening. The Buccaneers are 2-1 at New England. Tom Brady's former team and former coach. The Patriots are 1-2. I'm going to go ahead and say the Buccaneers, of course, win this game, even without Gronkowski. I'm going to say that Tom Brady puts up. I'm going to say he hangs up 35 points, 35 touchdowns as an offense. I'm going to say the Patriots score. I'll say they scored 10. So 35-10 Buccaneers.
Okay. I'm going Bucks. 28. 17. Then last, Raiders Chargers.
Raiders Chargers Monday Night Football game at 8:15 p.m. Your Raiders are 3-0 as we know at Los Angeles, who the Chargers are 2-1 currently. I'm gonna go with the Chargers in the upset. I think the Raiders been riding the high horse for a couple games now. I think they snuck by a couple people, but I think Justin Herbert, who's coming off of the momentum of beating Mahomes and the Chiefs the other week, I think he's got the hot hand right now. I think he's feeling pretty good. I'm going to say Chargers win this game. 21. No. I don't want to. I'm going to say Chargers win this game 24. Raiders 17. I'm going to say it's touchdown. 24-17 Chargers in the upset.
I'm going Raiders 28-14. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
I think that the Raiders meet their match in Justin Herbert on Monday night.
Well, fuck it. Fuck it. Who you got? Who hitting the showers?
Hitting the shower. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna say Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers right now gotta hit the showers.
Okay.
I gotta hit the showers. Y'all playing bad ball right now. Y'all supposed to be a step in the right direction.
Roethlisberger.
Him primarily, and then the rest of his teammates on offense too, especially.
Who's hitting them? Who is hitting them? Who would be... Man, Derek Carr and John Gruden gotta continue to keep hitting them.
What? Derek Carr been balling.
And John Gruden both.
You gotta put some respect on their name. They both 3-0 right now, and Derek Carr been balling. You gonna be a believer soon.
Yeah, hit the showers for now. For now, hit them showers.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Do you got anything to take us out? I don't got nothing else.
Man. Happy fall. Like, subscribe, share.
Happy fall.
Tell a friend. Happy fall. Tell a friend to tell. It is. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the Foolproof Entertainment Network on YouTube, along with Do Fools Agree, Hit the Showers, and some various other podcasts there. We'll be back next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set a reminder, set your phone, all that.
As always, my shower heads, be good or be good at it. I'm supposed to be talking up here and up there. Be good or be good at it. We'll catch y'all next time, Wednesday.
Wednesday. Raiders get upset at Justin Herbert for president. Yeah, you heard it here.